back to Girls Let's Talk. So we got a surprise for you today. We have our super producer, Natasha.
Yay.
Listen, she's normally behind the camera, but she wanted to come and sit with us today at the table. She wanted to be a part of the cool kids, I guess. I don't know.
She's the coolest because she keeps up with us,
Does
okay?
she?
And I mean, keeps us all the way together.
She wanted to ask us some questions today. So I guess she wanted to kind of figure out a little bit about what we think about some stuff. So, Natasha, what do you have for us today?
Oh, wait till you hear it. Oh, she gets revelations after revelations. I love it.
Well, the holidays are coming up, and I know that people generally make resolutions around the holidays. They set goals, and I kind of want to find out what these girls' future was looking like for 2023. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if they've thought about it, but I'm here to ask them, what are y'all predicting for 2023? Do you set goals? Do you make mood boards? Do you have a vision board party at the beginning of the year?
Ooh, it's been so long since we had a vision board party.
But shameless plug, this year we're going to be joining me at the Soul Therapy Intensive Conference, and we are going to mind map this year for 2023. We are, and you know what? We got Natasha here, but we missing our girl April.
Yes, we are.
She hasn't been feeling well, guys, but I mean she's well. She's well. She's coming along, but let's just keep her in our thoughts and prayers. She's going to return us, and she's going to return in 23 with us.
That's
all right. But
to answer your question, I don't know. I'm not one to set resolutions, I guess, but I do periodically throughout the year try and figure out what can make my life better. You know, is it exercise? Is it drinking more water? Is it reducing the amount of soda I drink? I don't know. I don't think that I'm one to set really. Of course, I set goals. You know, 1 month.
But a New Year's resolution.
But a New Year's resolution. Mm-hmm. I don't think I really do that. I don't know.
I've partaken in that. I've done that. You know,
I used to say
I went to the gym in the beginning of the year.
I know. I started every week.
Yeah.
I've done all that. This year, I am going to be very intentional. Mm-hmm. I want to be very intentional. I got to get out after some things, so I want to be intentional. And so, recently, over the last few years, especially since 2020, like COVID changed stuff for the world. And we did that vision board, or was it 2019? It was 2020.
We did it right before.
It was 2020,
right?
yeah, before shelter in place. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know if it will be a vision board per se, but usually for me, I start thinking about the new year in October. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know I start thinking about not that the year that I'm in, like it's not over, but I'll start thinking about like next.
I think I break my year up into quarters, just because
you're going into that last quarter is, you hitting that last quarter in October, and maybe that's why I
just think as a business person, I mean, you're always looking at what your goals are and have you met your benchmarks. Mm-hmm. You know, you just try and look at your profit and loss, you look at that on a quarterly basis, and so I always break my year up into quarters. I don't think I don't know. I don't.
Let me ask you a question. Do y'all ever go back? All the vision boards that we've done.
Yes.
Do you ever go back and reflect on them and look to see?
One of mine was so pretty, honey. I had it sitting out like art.
I still have the vision board that we made like in 2016, 2017.
At my house.
Yes. I'm still taking things off that.
Yeah.
Still taking things. And it's at work over my desk.
I don't think you're supposed to do away with them. I don't think it's like, I think that's why you have to be careful with that, because those may be things you want to do within the year, but I don't think you take it down if you're not done.
Because you're not finished. That's right. That's why mine is still over my desk at work.
But you go back and check off and say, okay, I still got to do this, or I did that.
And I take pleasure in ripping it off and putting something new up.
Ooh. See, the way that mine, that one that I did, it was the art one. Oh, it was so pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. That was pretty. But
that's the one you did with your family, I think.
Did I do that with my? Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kept that one up like for a long time, and man, that did my soul some good, because I was able to like keep it before me, and I didn't do it on purpose. Yes, I did, but it ended up being like art to me. But I still look at it.
And then those are the things that you pray for.
Right.
You know, like when I'm having my morning meditation at work, I'll touch that board, and those are the things that I pray for. And I know that God's going to answer it someday, some way. And it may not even be me that he answers. It may be someone that's generations down the line, but it'll get answered because I've asked for it.
That's right.
Yeah. What about you? Do you keep your vision boards up?
I do. I still have them. They're in my closet.
Yeah.
So one day when I do a little view, I'll show you that I still have those up. And it's funny going back and looking at them, how your thought process changes throughout.
Sure.
You know, each time, like, who knows if I was to do one now, like, what it would look like, because
what have you been able to take off of yours?
Let me see. I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and look.
I've been able to, I wanted to work with Jay Bolin.
Oh, yeah, you did.
And I was able to take
you
that
did
off.
that one in my house.
I did. That's the same one I still have up.
I ain't got a chance to meet
Tyler Perry. I knew it.
And Oprah. So I'm still waiting on y'all.
Speak it, sister.
Call me.
Call her. Tyler Perry. Please. Don't do that billboard like that lady did. He got on her that time.
What?
It was some lady who wanted to be in his play.
Oh, yeah.
She did a
She
billboard.
did.
Don't do that.
He was like, yeah, no.
Don't do that.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Well, she's close because he emailed her.
What?
Oh, you know what I meant to tell you?
You didn't tell it. No, you did not. He emailed you? No, you didn't.
Well,
what did he say?
Hold on. Let me.
Okay, whistles.
Hold on. I have someone who got that same format from Tabitha Brown.
Oh.
So I think that may have just been spam.
You think so?
Well, that Tabitha Brown, random person, I don't even, I thought I told you that. But a family, Tabitha Brown emailed somebody, and that wasn't Tabitha Brown.
That ain't my story.
You believe that was out? If it is, I found it.
I want to know what she say to them.
Same thing, but it was from Tabitha Brown.
Sister, what happened? Y'all keep me in suspense.
Okay.
He emailed you. What happened?
Well, on the email, it just said that I see you and keep inspiring others. Da 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 da. It was real short.
It was from Tyler Perry.
It was.
It was.
I said it was too. When she did it, I was like, "Ooh, sister." However, random after that, somebody
did Tabitha Brown say she didn't send it?
No, but it was it was somebody else. They were saying, "Oh my God, Tabitha Brown emailed me."
You let her email me.
So then we saw it, and I said,
"It looked exactly the same."
Sister got that.
But nobody knows that she's crazy about Tyler.
Exactly.
You have to be close to her. So
I'm gonna find out, and I know it. I know that was crazy. I know it, but and I'm not saying that wasn't what that was. But when that happened, I told you.
So you know how when you get an email from somebody or spam like Amazon, that fake stuff, and you click on it, and it goes to
the long
email
address, right?
It said his email.
Or with his name. No, I am not. Hey, Tyler Perry, if you did it, and that's very likely.
I'm going to show it to y'all.
No. You better print that out.
Don't be trying to steal my joy.
I'm not. Sister, I just didn't want you to say it on here, and it wasn't right. If I just want to make sure
it was Tyler Perry.
I know you saw me.
It was Tyler Perry.
I believe
you
it was.
Shut up, because if it wasn't, I don't want you saying nothing. Because I don't want that.
Because Tabitha Brown email me, please.
Because she is absolutely right. Unless you know me, you do not know that I absolutely love her.
Here's where you are.
Man, if I got a random email from Tabitha Brown, not that I don't love her, because I think she's amazing.
But I think this no.
Forward it to me.
But it's not on my vision board.
No. I know it and I believe it. I'm just going to be quiet. I was just saying, when I saw that, I was like, sister got the same. It looked the same thing with a butter. Like the emoji.
No. I didn't have no emoji.
I thought you had an emoji on your. You didn't? Okay. All right, listen. If it's right, it's right. Listen. Okay.
I didn't have no emoji, baby.
No, Tyler Perry, if you email sister, thank you. Okay? Jesus Christ, thank you.
Tyler Perry,
and
no emoji.
Tabitha Brown email.
I love you.
I am not hating. I just want that on.
What's your email?
I don't want to have to come rock you to sleep if that ain't right on her. I wanted you to.
Oh, it's
Tabitha,
right.
email me.
Somebody would.
Listen, I'm not trying to steal that from you. Keep it. All I was trying to do was say, "Ooh, let's not talk about that." But then
I know. Our friend, she brought it up.
I because I thought that ain't real. We didn't know.
It's real.
It's real. I believe it.
Because I clicked on the name and they said his name.
I don't like her.
It was short and
She
sweet.
like trying to take my Christmas gift.
I am not. I'm not. You know, girl, you know good and god dog on me well. I just rather us do that off this. Because if it ain't right, if it's not
Back
right.
to the vision board.
Okay.
So
Tyler Perry's on her vision board and I'm
and
sorry.
Oprah.
So you take that. What have you been able to take off your vision board?
You wouldn't know email. No, I've taken quite a bit off of my. I've taken quite a bit off of my vision board. I wanted the product line, the candle line. I got that is on that vision board.
I love that. I love
I
that.
took stuff off. I'm gonna have to
Now
do
wait,
that.
when I say
it
take it
off.
off, I don't take it off because it was art. What
okay.
did I accomplish? Is that what you mean?
No, I
She
take
said she
mine
gonna pull it
off.
all the way
Oh,
out.
I don't take it off because
mine
that
off.
one
Pull it
was
off.
real pretty that I did.
Yeah, no, I
With
take
soap.
I take it
No,
off.
I don't take
and I
mine
put it in my.
off.
I put it in a folder.
because I like to see my
Wow.
accomplishments.
Yeah,
I
I
do
take
too.
it off and I put it in
And
a
I
folder.
left it on there, and it kept me saying thank you, Jesus. It
Right.
became my gratitude board.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good. That's a good way.
Gratitude
And
board.
y'all
It
create,
kept me thinking,
create that
God.
from the things I've taken off.
Your gratitude board.
I like
And
that.
so it kept me like hungry and thankful and
Yeah.
So I didn't physically remove it, but yeah, did I accomplish those things? Yes.
I can
And
imagine
and January 7th,
Yeah.
Soul Therapy is on that board.
Oh, is it really
On that board, baby. It is on that board.
for a conference for
For me
format?
to step out, yes.
I
Yeah,
love
well,
that.
no, because I didn't realize it like that. Like I didn't see it like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a broader stage.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
I won't put it up here. I'll show y'all later.
Dream crusher.
Ooh, sister, give me a hug. I wasn't trying to say that. Tyler Perry loves you.
That girl said Tyler Perry loves you.
And you are doing a good job.
What would
And
you
it
do
was
if you met him?
And wait, she really was doing well. That was when your TikTok was blowing up. So I believe, I hollered with you.
You did.
Until I
You
saw that
sure?
and I said,
It wasn't the same because I didn't get no emoji, so sorry.
I don't know if it was now go back and look at yours.
I'm ill.
You was mad at me. Give me a hug. What I was trying to say was, y'all, wait a minute.
Don't say that on the air.
Yeah, wait.
Tyler, if you didn't email me now and let me know that it wasn't you. Because this dream crush over here.
Oh.
I mean, I'm just saying, but I'm still holding on to that. But I didn't even broadcast it.
Because then we retired.
I
No,
told
You
you
didn't tell
didn't.
I
anybody.
could have swore that I told you.
You didn't tell her.
You
She
didn't tell me
did.
nothing.
No,
Nothing.
we talk about everything.
Nothing. You didn't tell me nothing.
Well, I sure hope Tabitha Brown email you. Because
I
I didn't
do
know
too.
you like her like
I
that.
love Tabitha Brown.
Yeah.
You know, I think one of the things about her
Hey,
is
y'all,
that
how y'all doing?
I know how y'all doing.
Yeah, I love her voice.
And on my videos,
Like,
Y'all
like,
all right?
like, so like that.
Y'all all right?
Like,
I
so
find
like
myself
that.
trying not to be like her, but trying to
Very
be
good.
myself. Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
I try not to be
that.
like her, but her joy is so infectious, and I just love her because she is who she is.
She
and I
is.
dig that you can still be professional. You
And
can
I love how
still-
she don't allow people to change her.
does not.
She don't care what it is, how much
Oh,
it
God,
is.
we right.
thank you. I love that. I love that.
Yes, she's
But
a
she's not-
Christian. She don't beat you over the head about it, but she's unapologetic for who she is. She wears her hair how she wants to wear her hair. She talks how she wants to talk. She
That's right.
brokers the deals she wants to broker.
do.
She lives life on her own terms, and she loves her husband.
I love
I
that.
love that.
I do
I
too.
do.
Yeah,
I do
love
too. I
that.
think that is I like Auntie Tab.
Yeah.
I do. I love her. She's good for our age.
Yes.
Our generation, era time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other questions you got, Natasha?
Since I missed this one, I know. I was like,
So, Christmas is approaching. What is one thing you want for Christmas?
all I want for Christmas is you.
Oh, I thought you don't like Christmas music.
I don't like Mariah Carey.
Wait, I thought you don't like Christmas
I don't.
Yeah.
I just went with that.
Yeah.
But we into it. Just tell me about Tyler Perry. I say we are. Sister, we
What's on
we
your list,
into it.
Rachel?
We into
What's
it.
on my list? You know
Have
what?
you thought about it? You
I
have everything.
not. People always say that, but do you really have everything?
Well, you have everything that you
She
want.
ain't got enough pajamas.
Because when she
Now, I
wants
love a good
something, she
pajama.
goes and get it.
do.
So what's next?
You know what? I haven't even thought about it.
Yeah.
But I will. I don't know what I
You
want.
better think quick, because
I know.
Santa Claus is in.
Did my husband call you yet?
Not
Because
yet.
you know he likes to call my friends.
They get hints.
What she want? What
What
she
you,
want?
well, I got to perfume. I'm like, I don't know if she. Yeah, he does. He will, depending on what he thinking. He'll call.
What you want,
He's
Marci?
intentional about it now because he said if you don't tell me, I get it wrong.
Y'all know
Yeah,
what?
he don't want to get stuff wrong.
I don't think I want anything physical for Christmas. There's nothing that I really actually want. It's just in life where I am right now. I want everything that God has for me. Not a penny more, not a penny less.
Yeah.
That's where my mind is right now. And I know that sounds real esoterical. Or is that even the word that you use?
It is.
I don't want to.
I understand what you're saying.
I don't. There's
Out there,
nothing
tangible, just-
Yeah, nothing tangible. I just want, at this point in my life, I know who I am. I know where I'm going. My vision is lining up. Things are putting themselves in order.
You're getting out your way.
I'm getting out of my way.
Yes.
I'm who I am, and I'm not apologizing for it anymore. You know, I want everything that God has for me in this season. Nothing more, nothing less.
All right,
that.
Dr. Fatima
All
Robertson.
right.
Doctor spoken.
We're going to be calling you Dr. Marci Lynn in a minute.
Oh my God, I know.
Oh,
Ain't that
yes.
crazy?
Just call me Dr. Rachel too.
Okay.
And you know April thinks she a doctor.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Always.
Like 2 of these and call me in the morning.
Okay, then.
That girl, like, you know, I got you, right? I got what you need.
God,
You're not a doctor.
you not. I know.
I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
What is
Y'all
that?
didn't get that. Come on.
Somebody got it. I produced it.
That
What is it? I mean, I didn't know. Do you
Okay.
I was like, you did?
So on the commercial, the people say, I'm not a doctor, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. You remember that?
Yes.
You laughed too late.
I'm
No,
laughing.
you laughed.
I'm laughing because it's funny. I
don't know.
I didn't see it, but it's funny. But I can imagine what the commercial was like.
Me too, and it's real funny. Because she like, you saw it? Okay. Yay. We saw it.
See,
We are flunking it. We into it. Oh my God, we got beef now. We haven't seen a commercial. I don't know about that email, my sister.
Wait a minute, who on the commercial?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's a Holiday Inn commercial.
It's a Holiday Inn
Oh, you know what?
commercial.
So it's like that. Want to get away?
Want to get away.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm not
okay.
a doctor, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express.
Okay.
So I'm smart.
I'm okay.
yeah.
Oh, I
No
get
killer,
it.
but don't push me kind of like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they do it for
TV.
Sling TV too? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh,
Well,
see.
what you want, sister?
Me, nothing.
She said no.
I nothing. Well, I'm kind of over here. I'm not trying to be crazy or anything, but like right now, man, I want to spend. I got an assignment to do, so that's all I'm thinking about right now. But I'm trying to be in the moment and like be present. Mm-hmm. So, like I have a great time when I'm where I am. Mm-hmm. But as soon as I leave, my mind goes right back to what I got to
Finishing
do,
your
what
work.
will happen. Like you know. Yeah.
What
So,
you want, Natasha?
Come on,
You have any resolutions?
Natasha. The
Oh
Russian.
yeah, I have resolutions, but no, I don't make resolutions. I take that back. I just set goals, and I write a long list of the things my heart desires, and then I carry the tablet with me year round. And as time go on and I accomplish things, I check them off. But I always start off with one word. My word last year was intentional, so I haven't come up with my word yet. But I usually gear that word through the whole year. And I stay right there with that word. And I,
Had you read that book, One Word?
no.
I've heard
It's
about
a
that
It's
book.
I have it on my Instagram, but it's called One Word, and it's focusing on that word for the entire year.
Oh.
And you come up with it, and you let your life lead you to it. So yours was intentional, and he talked about in that book it being a situation where everything is going to speak against it, you know, that year. You know, and cause you to get out of that moment of being genuine and authentic and intentional about what it is that you're trying to do that year. Gosh, here it is. It's it's called One Word that will change your life.
Who's the author?
John Gordon,
Okay.
Dan Britton, and Jimmy Page, I believe, Maybe we'll put it up on the screen or what have
I
you.
might
But
put that on my list.
Yeah,
it's called One Word, but you do it. It's a very easy read. It's very thin. But that is it. What you said of carrying intentional throughout the entire year, and that's what you focus on. Churches have done it where they say, okay, our word is going to be focused. And then he gives you the warnings of what that will be like that year. Everything is going to come up against that. You know,
I like that.
Yeah, and so but the book is called One Word.
Wow, I'm gonna have to check that out. I'll probably read that over the holidays.
You live in it though.
So I know we're talking about resolutions, y'all, but like, are y'all going to take account of what happened in 2022? And the reason I asked that is because I was listening to a sermon, and I think it was Bishop Jakes actually, and what he said was the reason we have anxiety and the reason that we have depression and things like that is because we never take into account the things that we have been able to accomplish. We're always looking forward to like the next month or the next year or the next goal, la, 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 la. And he said, even God on the day that he created, on the 6th day, 7th day, what he did was actually he sat and he rested and he looked back and he said, that was good or that is good. So in terms of ending 2022, have y'all taken into account the things that you have done in 2022?
Yeah, because I look at my list
Yeah.
often.
Yeah.
And it just brings me great joy to see my accomplishments.
Yeah.
It gives me fulfillment.
Yeah.
If I didn't write the list, then I would just go on and I would not get to see exactly what I achieved. But by me looking at the list periodically, it makes me feel good that it happened. It's almost like it's a connection with the pen and the paper because I wrote it down and it happened.
And that's true. It happens.
You know, the other
Manifesting
day
it.
I was going into a meeting, and then I didn't know I was being introduced, but not a formal meeting like where I was a speaker or anything. It was like it was 3 of us, and they were saying, "Oh, Terry, this is Marci Jackson, and she does da 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 da." Well, as I was coming, I was like, "Hi, Terry," and everything. And so, but the person who was introducing me to Terry was saying that she does this and this and this and this and this, and she'll part of this, and she got this, and she do this. And so I looked back and I was like, "Who you talking about?"
You.
And I was messed up.
Yeah.
She was like, "She talking about me." And it did. It was like I had a lump in my throat all day. And so then when we got done, I sat down and I thought, Marci, you have accomplished those things. So I think it would be fair to say sometimes we don't take into account what it is that we have done. Because like one of the things she said was, because you know how people say, well, you make time for what you want to do or whatever. And in my life right now, truth be told, right now, honestly, if I'm doing something, something else is not getting done. That's how my life is set up right now.
Yeah, it's all of us.
And what I mean by that is like, there was another meeting that I had to cancel to do this.
Yeah, time to one thing is time away from another.
Yeah. So I was supposed to have an advisory meeting, during this time, but I had scheduled this first. So I was like, well, can you do that? But and then they said, well, we'll push it back, and I didn't know that they did. So I was looking at my phone earlier, getting ready for this segment, and was like, oop, I missed that meeting. And so I was thinking about it, and one of the things she said is she's a part of a collective, and I was thinking I am. And what I mean by that, it wasn't the accomplishments that I was listening that struck me. It was that I had the capacity to do all these things. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when you are juggling the balls, you don't even have time to slow down and look to see what those balls really, what they were. And somebody else have to tell you, girl, do you know that you got a salon? Yeah. You got this. Yeah. You got a clothing boutique. You got the T-shirts. You got the, it's like someone else have to remind you. And then on top of that, you still a wife and you a mother. I was listening to Bishop Jackson when he was passing the baton to his daughter. He said to her, and you still cook for your family. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen you forsake your husband.
But see, that's when anxiety will creep in if we don't take the time to go back and look at our accomplishments, to look at the things that we actually have done and are doing, because we're always we're ready to move on to the next, and we haven't taken into account, we haven't taken inventory of the things that we actually have done, and to pat ourselves on the back and go, you know what, you bad. You're a bad girl. You're a bad girl.
As this girl say, you're a robot.
I tell her all the time.
She said, you're not real, you're a robot.
But you know the worst? To me, the way I look at it, the more you do, the more you can do. It's like lifting weights. You those 5-pound weights are now going to become easy. You're going to need to move up to the 10. So it's then the 15 and then the 20. The more you, and then the 150. The more you do, the more you can do. I've always had a lot of irons in the fire. Now getting older, I have to deal with it different. You know, like I can't waste time.
Right.
Everything counts right now. You know, there are times where I would have wasted this day Netflix and chilling, and I can't do that anymore. I can either watch one movie and get myself up. I can't binge watch The Crown.
Oh, yeah.
I literally have to watch one of them, and then I got to move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Or my anxiety would be through the roof because, oh man, Marci, you still need to write about 10 pages today.
Yes.
You need to write 15 pages.
But don't you agree
today.
that sometimes you do need to sit down and like take care
That's
of yourself?
still a part of it, though.
Yeah.
I done penciled that in. That's why I said only one movie.
Yeah.
Taking care of myself used to be the whole weekend. I don't have that. Not right now. Not in this season. And I won't say that it won't be.
Now, Sundays or Mondays when I'm off, I do. I just look at a wall. Yeah. I've said that before.
I can't say that I've had that in a while.
I did that yesterday.
I don't look at
I
anything.
didn't move. I
I
stayed in my
anything.
pajamas the entire day.
That's right. I don't want to do anything.
I want, but right now I don't have that.
Yeah, because
That's
you're in
not the
school.
season.
Yeah, it's not
not just school.
There are seasons.
I have.
Right. You're absolutely right. Now I don't
not-
have little kids screaming, wanting a bowl of cereal, and doing all those things. They're out doing their own things. So I do have the opportunity, and I take the opportunity.
I got school.
to do that.
You have all these things. You have all these irons in the fire.
Yeah.
What I know is it is seasonal. There will come a time where one of them will drop off, and I'll have this. And
Sure.
2 of them will drop off, and I'll have this, and
Sure.
you know, whatever like that. But it's my life, and so it's what I signed up for, and I know I have the grace for it. That's why it's so important.
Yeah.
Not to look at somebody else's grass.
You better say that. Say that
My thought that I should be operating at your level, you know,
Yes.
your level, or you should even be operating at mine.
Oh, you better say that.
I remember a long time ago, Sarah Jake started a clothing line, and she said, "Why nobody tell me?" She said, "I sold one thing today." You know, and I love that transparency where you be thinking you look and say, man, they doing good, and they doing no, they didn't tell you, you know, that all of them. If I were to tell you the truth, maybe then I could help you stay with it. You know, and to help you stay with it is I'm for me to do the things that I'm doing right now, I have to have some compassion for myself. Or I'll walk around with a lump in my throat.
That's why I stay in my pajamas when I want to, and I don't feel guilty about it.
But I haven't had the pajama day. I do need it though. I feel like I'm about to cry now, thinking like, God dang,
I can't do a pajama day for 2 weeks. You mean to tell me?
that's how it is. I don't have that. You know how you already said I didn't know how to rest.
I tell her all the time. I say,
have no time.
I be like, sister, just turn your ringer off.
Yes.
Just rest.
Girl, that'll get me straight up. My chest start hurting.
Oh, I have. Yeah.
I'm a DND queen.
Do not
really
disturb. Do not disturb.
You really
am
are.
a
Sitting
when
looking
does-
like,
When does that
yeah.
happen?
I am.
But see, you might be an extroverted introvert. I tell people I'm that all the time. My true nature is as an introvert. My energy is gained from being by myself in a corner reading a book. Some people that talk to me on social media or engage with me on social media are like, no, you're not. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
The way that I'm able, we talked about it a while on another podcast, but the way that I am able to be positive and upbeat, like when I come in the salon and things like, unless I'm not feeling good, I got to be sleepy or not feeling good. Or usually I come in, hey, for me to do that meant I had to have time alone.
Yes.
If I don't have that time alone, I'm an angry bird.
Yeah.
That's what Chris called me. Oh, they're my little angry bird. He called me that. What you do, my little angry bird? He said just like that.
What else you got, Natasha?
So you guys are intentional about taking time to yourself, because all 3 of y'all have crazy busy schedules. So when do you just make up at the spur of the moment, I'm just going to take this time for myself, or you put it into your schedule before it needs to happen?
What's happening
I
to
don't
me?
never plan it out.
Sometimes
It
I'll
just
put on my
happens.
scrubs, I'll go to work, and I will not go to that. I will not go into the office. Everybody thinks I went to work. I didn't.
Ooh, she's not a doctor, but she checked it. What was that commercial? She checked it to the hotel.
You went to the hotel. You went to the
Where would you have gone?
Holiday Inn
Baby,
Suites.
I go to Denny's and I treat myself to breakfast.
Girl say
I go
Denny's.
to the bookstore. I go sit at Starbucks and read.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I go to the museum downtown. Anything.
Yes.
Anything.
Would you consider that
Wow.
your self-care day?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
tell your husband?
I don't tell anybody.
Yeah, you did.
Now I did.
Oh, no. I feel like she told it now. Now you're going to be like, where you going?
Yeah, yeah.
Stop following me on my phone.
I saw them going down the street today.
I have been
Let
on
me
the
tell you
side of
something.
them. Tell me what you're going to say.
They was like this.
Listen.
We rode on the side of them, y'all, for about 5 minutes. Hey. First I saw her husband because I recognized his plates. I said, oh, there go T-Rod. We pull up, bum, bum. Bum.
If you wasn't describing the time I was on the side of them, I made a lie. I said, oh, she pretty. That's Tish. That's her husband. I'm driving it like this.
They was in separate cars.
No, they were together.
No,
like
they
this.
was in separate. Yeah.
I was listening to
I
the
said-
word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Focus.
Bro had his whole arm out the window. And then it took forever for him finally to look over. And then after he finally waved back, we go. I said, oh, and there go Tish. Bum. Same thing.
She was listening to the word.
I said,
Ain't
look
paid
at
no
she looks so
attention.
cute in her yellow. Look at her.
Ain't paid
Roy
no
arm
attention.
out the window again. Probably about 5 minutes later, she finally, I said, boy.
They
Yeah,
focus.
see, when I'm driving, I drive for everybody.
Noonie.
I be looking around.
No, she was noonie.
She
You focus.
noonie. I drive for everybody else because I'm looking. What you finna do? Okay. And I'm always constantly
I
looking
think I
at
might be a
my
little
surroundings.
noonie too.
I'm looking at my surroundings. Honey, 'cause if some pop off, I need to be ready.
What you gonna do?
Baby, I was listening to
It's
the
a
word.
good day today.
It's a good. Come on back. Come back. Today's your lucky day.
No, yeah, I do. I listen to the word too. That's my time. But
Yeah.
no, you asked that question, and for me, I am not in these girl seasons. And I'm gonna tell you one time when I realized that my season was like rough. We was doing the podcast at that time. I cried. I think. Remember, I was like, I'm not where y'all are right now, and I'm not. I'm not at no. I have to. I'm looking
So
at
all
every
your
calendar.
time
Every
is
second
accounted for.
It's accounted
Every
for.
second. So
And so then I can show up in relationships. So I can show up in friendships. So I can show up in, everything that I'm doing. Like I have to, I have to write it out, and I gotta look at it. Like when it's like for us to even schedule this, I said to myself today was going to be home. Like I needed to add some more books. I needed to do some things, right? And I said I have to look at my calendars to see what did I have on there, and I have to live by it.
So
right
do you put that 2-hour movie that you watch on your calendar?
now. I will say busy.
Busy.
And if it says busy, then that means that was my time, but I need to look at it because that busy, I may need to go back and finish something that I didn't do. I mean,
Well,
it's
you
just
have
how
to
it
schedule
is.
you in a little bit of self-care so you can stay charged up.
Right. Yes.
Just a little bit.
Now, remember I told y'all in another podcast, we talked about it, and I told y'all I'm a night, I am a, my nighttime is intentional like I am.
Right.
Yeah, my self-care happens when most people are asleep.
Right.
I literally will get out the bed at midnight and run some hot water and get in the bath.
And take a time. Yeah.
Take a bath. Then I get up and then my prayer time and like that morning, wake up in the morning and let me read the word and all that. I don't have the time anymore. So I had to shift it back.
Yeah.
I got to do the 3 a.m., the midnight, because I got to get it in.
Right.
Well, everybody gonna be getting it,
Right.
So I do
And you
get
got to have boo time,
because we have
school time, work time,
yes,
God time.
I do family time because like I have to have that
start
time.
looking sideways. Your family is very close.
Yeah.
So do you plan it, Rachel?
No, I haven't planned anything. Like I will schedule time, with the hubby. Like I'll be like, okay, we got to do our date nights.
Right.
We are very intentional about that, making sure that we get our date nights. And of course, I got the 2 chic teas, so I have to schedule days for that. And then I'm at the salon Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So typically on Mondays and Tuesdays I'll do 2 chic. Then on the weekends, I'll do honey bun. But we had a little staycation this weekend, so we good.
Right. Yeah, I've always wondered because all of y'all are so busy. Like, how do you play the balancing act? Being married, being engaged, because you have to give yourself to each category. So,
it used to be hard for me to say no to my family, But I will say no now. I will say, okay, no, I can't do that. I can do this and hang up. So like, or, I'm trying to be intentional. Like there was one Wednesday, there was a day that I looked at my schedule and I said, ooh, I'm gonna have a longer break. So I called sister and was like, I'm coming work at your house. So during that break, I can hang out with you.
Right. She worked the whole time too.
Well, then I got there and she told me, let's shoot some content. I was like, okay, let's do that.
Yeah. Like,
but I did. I worked the whole time.
She worked the whole time.
Yeah. But I
worked in school.
But at least I could see your face.
Right.
Or but you know what? I am being intentional by saying the things that like mean the most to me, like that, or that mean something to me. Like it means something to me. Like I'll get a text, Tisha text. Yeah. Those things mean a lot. That carries me now, and I didn't think I would be that girl, but I am this girl. I used to can respond quick because I saw it quick. I may not be because I may be,
right.
with people
or something.
Right. And so I have to see it later and get back to it later. But still, I need that.
Yes.
The text that says, "Hey, just thinking about you."
Or did you read this book? I don't know what your last one was, but I remembered it was something. I wasn't feeling
books.
well.
Yeah.
It was something. Oh, I don't know, but sister, I'll see her face come across my screen, and then I just what carries me now. God has sent these angels in my life, in the form of my sister's blood and God's blood, and that carries me. That keeps me going, so that when you do get those trolls that say stuff, you be like, "That ain't my sisters. No way, I don't even know them," But
that black and ride out.
New level, new devil.
We can put on black and ride out.
This one here, that's some thugs, Christian thugs.
Remember I was telling you guys earlier, like with the holidays, do you guys are there things that maybe that has happened in your past that affect you today, like when the holidays, do you get anxious when the holidays come?
The death of my parents messed me up. I get this, it's maybe why I don't decorate. I don't know. I just get sad.
Remember that one year me and Wendy came over and we decorated your place?
It was so pretty.
It was.
Oh my God, it looked like, do you want to build a snowman? What's the name of that?
I don't know. She don't like Christmas music.
Frozen. That wasn't Christmas music. It's Frozen. You want to come and play? Elsa and Anna. It was like ice cat, pink icicles and all that. She don't like that. You don't like that. She have boys. Oh, that's because I don't like your eyes. Oh, mommy, kid.
Shut up.
Dream crusher.
No.
You just get it right.
Listen. I'm gonna be like Oprah Winfrey. I never thought I'd have to fight in my
whole my life.
Oh,
I had to fight.
They mad at me. I don't like Christmas music, and I don't know. I don't want sister to tell nobody about that email yet until we can confirm. But anyway, that's how I was protecting her.
But I was telling y'all, so today I was having a conversation with a friend, and she was saying that how she can't put Christmas up until after her husband's birthday. And I thought, I was like, well, what happened? Like,
When's her husband's birthday?
Right before Christmas. And so I was like, something happened. Did they, like, some people will roll birthdays that's around Christmas into Christmas.
Yeah.
And I am a person that I love to celebrate your birthday versus Christmas because that's not your birthday. So my daughter, my whole family birthday is right at Christmas time, so I do not. Now we'll get them one cake. You gonna get one cake.
Roy, Nisha, and
happy birthday, y'all.
What?
But
I be like, I want my own. You
Me too. I want my own.
But I did not, and I will intentionally go over and beyond for their birthday, so they didn't feel like their birthday and Christmas was one
together. Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't know, something must have happened, So we talked about that, and I was telling her, like, with Roy, because of how he grew up, our households was different when it came to Christmas.
Yeah.
We celebrated Christmas. I don't care how chaotic my family is, how screwed up it was. We celebrated Christmas. We did the trees. We went all out, da-da-da-da. But with him, it was different. And so when holidays would come, we would end up into it. Like
you and Honey
all the time. Like he would get upset, and so it would like just start an argument. So a lot of times, like holidays, we would be into it. And so when he finally realized what was happening, it was because how he grew up and not really having that Thanksgiving and Christmas and with family and his little story. Then it's almost like he became angry around the holidays.
He didn't understand your excitement.
He didn't understand the excitement. And I'm like, you right, yeah.
Walking through there, la la la
Do it again.
Baby, what's wrong? But then once he realizes, so now he has to be like, okay, I know what this is. Yes. So let me just deal with it and not let this cause problems in my household. Yes. So that, it's crazy how even at 50-some years old, you still dealing with
childhood trauma.
Yeah. I mean, it's not crazy, but people do.
Yeah.
And even talking to my friend, I was just like, that's childhood trauma. That's why we need to get on the couch. It's okay.
Yeah, it is fun.
To go talk that stuff out and be able to move on so you can enjoy not just Christmas and Thanksgiving, but every day.
I'm going to tell y'all
just
something.
On you.
It's stupid, and I'm going to be the first to tell you that it's stupid, but I wanted an easy bake oven. I feel stupid saying this. I wanted an easy bake oven, and I asked for it for 3 years straight. Did I get an easy bake oven? No. So what do
I'm going to get you one for Christmas.
Yes, we're going to get you an easy bake oven. We could have got it when you did them gingerbreads.
But that affected how...
I remember when I hosted y'all, I got y'all gingerbread houses.
But I didn't get an easy bake oven.
Ooh.
I asked for one for 3 years straight.
When you was a kid?
When I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
So now what I do... Shut up. Because I have that childhood trauma, I overindulge my children in what they asked for.
Because you didn't get to get it.
Because I didn't get to get what I wanted. And it was because of safety. My parents didn't get it. I later found out.
What, you going to burn down the house?
They felt like with a light bulb. The damn light bulb in the easy bake oven.
And just told you don't.
I was going to burn the house up?
Wait a minute, but don't you have sisters?
Yes.
They didn't want to buy 3, 4, 5 easy bake.
You could have bought one easy bake oven.
You wasn't going to share. Was you going to share?
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Who's to say?
Ain't that crazy?
That's crazy, but that's childhood trauma.
Yes.
And now, I feel silly telling y'all that, but that's true.
That is true.
So now I have to be careful that I don't overindulge my children because of childhood trauma that I had.
Yeah.
And it's silly.
No,
I know it is.
It's not silly.
No,
it's not silly. Right.
No.
Because I believe that everything that you go through as a child, it follows you, and then it plays some type of part in your adulthood. And we never address it. And I don't even know if you can address it or if you can just cover it up and just move on and say, well, I didn't have this.
You got to deal with it.
Yeah.
I think even just speaking it and talking to it, like, it helps move on, helps you move on, you know.
I know,
So
like,
now that you know what that is, you able to say, I'm not just gonna go out here and give my kids everything because I'm really living out something that I had to deal with.
But are you really okay with being transparent and telling like the person why you don't like Christmas or why you're not big on holidays? Sometimes it's hard for you to tell a person because that
person is in your tribe, you can tell them, or your loved one, your husband.
But just like she was just telling us this story, and she said it sounds stupid. Sometimes sounding stupid can play so much in your head till it becomes.
Or you think it's petty or trivial.
Yes, but it's really not. But if you hold it in, you always think that you never know. Like we're telling you that, no, that's not stupid. But if you never would have shared that with us, we wouldn't have never been able to tell you that that's normal.
Until tomorrow when me and Rachel are off and she calls me friend. That's petty.
I'm gonna be like, friend, I got you the easy bake oven. Come pick it up.
And at that one, I would cry, and I'm not a crier.
Go get that easy bake. I'm gonna buy some of them brownie mix. We get there.
Yes.
Okay.
That's for the next party.
Okay.
I'm telling you. I
I
realize that stuff is real. You know, it's
stuff
a
is
form
real.
of PTSD. Yeah. You know, things
It
that
is
you.
a form of PTSD.
Yeah,
That's a good,
yeah,
Where you've gone
is.
through some trauma in your life.
And if you be 50 and 60 years old, still saying, oh, such and such didn't come, or I didn't get this, or I didn't get my easy bake oven.
So maybe you should talk about that at the conference, how to move past things that have affected you along your
We're
journey
gonna hear
of
from
life.
God and see what He say.
Okay.
However, one of the things that's like a really big deal for me is that when we don't feel like, or we say, well, we just go to church and that's enough. It's not. Church isn't enough. You do need to sit down and process even what you heard at church, and you do need a sparring partner. And to me, a licensed therapist is a good tool. It's a good sparring partner. They can be objective and they can offer you tools to help you get through whatever trauma it is that you're going through, to help you learn how to process that, because that's hard. It's hard, and then how to handle those emotions when they come up, because they're gonna resurface of exactly how you felt when you didn't get it. You know, I'm the fifth daughter. You know, and it wasn't that my parents didn't spoil us all. You know, but I will shrink so everybody can be okay. But it wasn't because they didn't turn towards me and spoil me and love on me. But sometimes it could be too much. Maybe I needed something at that time. And so then later on, I become explosive because something is depleted in me. And so therapy helps you process that, help you understand or identify triggers before they come, so that you can work through it and you don't deplete yourself or damage your relationship, you know, because like I believe a lot of marriages may have fallen apart because you didn't have those right tools to help you navigate life. Life is not easy. And so I think with Christianity, I am a Christian, and there's nothing that I can't find solace for in the Word of God. But even in that, I need someone to help me. It's like this. I need the nutrients from the spinach, I want to make green juice. I can either cook it or I can juice it. There's going to be a tool to help me get to whatever those things are that I need, whether it be the preacher or it be the therapist. And so in order to get the nutrients from the greens, so to get the nutrients to me from the Word of God for my life, then I need the therapist to help me dissect down some things that I have in my life that have been traumatic for me.
To be the hands and feet of Jesus, really, yeah.
And I have those issues, because when the emotions come back up, I'm going to feel rejection like I did when I went through it. And so now what do I do with it? Or I will feel defeat like I did when I felt defeated, or depression, or what have you. And so, you know, how to handle those negative emotions so that they don't overcome you. I was looking at this one young lady. I cannot remember her name because I didn't follow her, but she came up in my Explore page. But she was a girl who she was a motivational speaker, but she worked out a lot. Have y'all seen that come across your feed? She worked out a lot, but then she ended up killing herself.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful girl. I don't remember her name. Maybe by the time this air, we'll have it that come across her, but R.I.P. But however, this girl, but she wrote a letter.
Wow.
Oh, was she a cheerleader?
She wasn't not her.
Okay, not her.
Not her.
Okay.
The younger girl. This girl was an older girl,
okay.
and she dated a rapper or somebody or whatever. But she's so athletic wear. Beautiful girl, motivational speaker. Did pump women up and jumped off a bridge.
Wow.
And so her boyfriend, he devastated. He just crying out. He posted their last text, and she was like, "I'm sorry," and she was saying things like, "This is beautiful here. You would love this." She's sitting on a bridge and she's been a jump, and she just was saying she was sorry, but she couldn't fight anymore. What her emotions were, she couldn't deal with them. From trauma. She couldn't handle it. And so that's where your tribe or therapy and all of those things come in to try to help save your life, because it will pass, those emotions will pass, but they're going to feel just as heavy as they did when whatever it was happened to you, happened to you. And so you have to, get those tools or get people, or be vulnerable enough to show yourself to other people, because I think that's what her people were saying. They didn't know.
Yeah.
That it was just that bad.
Yeah.
Like these say, check on your strong friends.
Friends. But it's more to it than just saying, "Hey, how you doing?" You need to listen and wait for them to respond.
Because some people will say, "How you doing?" but you're really not expecting a response. You just
as soon as they go to tell you,
you done moved on.
Yeah.
That's happened to me. People have asked, "How you doing?" And I'll go to talk, but not in a negative way. I'm just talking, and then they'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Well, hold on, let me call you right back." And it could have been a time where I may have even had a lump in my throat.
Yeah.
And so, I think that why maybe suicide has been on a rise right now is because right now a lot of people are relying on their creativity to get them through life, or that emotion to carry them. And then when that runs out, or it turns on you, or you can't handle it because it's become its own beast, and then you don't have any tools to help you navigate through it.
That's a difficult topic to navigate, and I really do hope that in the new year that we actually do some of that, talking about depression and
which is what Natasha was saying. Yeah. Natasha was saying that we'll talk about that at Soul Therapy, because we did talk about that. Natasha's excellent about going and seeing what the Lord says for us. As we wrap this up, I want to say, this is the holidays. It's time for, to be grateful, to be with your family, to take that time out. I want to take the time out to show gratitude and thanks for the crew that's made this possible for us this year.
Yes,
for the last 6 months, they have been 20 toes down. For us. Yes. And that is Natasha.
Our producer Sid extraordinaire.
You don't get to meet him. He is back there. I don't know if he's going to come on this side, but he says no. But Natasha, guys, let me tell you this. When people have a vision, right? Or you have your vision, but it is such an honor when other people grab a hold of your vision and make it their own. This team has done that. And so, Natasha, thank you.
Thank you.
That's why I said, we're going to see what the Lord says, because what I know about Natasha is she is going to produce Girl Let's Talk at Soul Therapy. And one thing I know that she's going to do is she's going to make that her own, just like she did this show. So all of the great shows you guys have watched, all of the topics that you've heard us talk about, every last one of them, every question that we've answered, all of that stemmed from Natasha.
That's right.
And so we thank you.
Yes. I thank y'all. It's an honor. Yay. I really thank y'all.
Absolutely. She
y'all.
has this show and Sid, all of the editing, everything that you see. I mean, not just the editing, the concept of believing and believing in us. The concept, us sitting here together. We missing April, but just us four.
How long had you been trying to do this? And finally,
I was just about to say that. Sid, he's been trying to get us to do this for over a year.
Hey y'all, and we're like, You know?
And I was like,
Huh?
She got your voice.
Yes. I mean, because he's never imposed. Hey guys. Hey guys. And you know what? It's one of those things that you hear that somebody says. That's why all those doors we would say, every door we gonna go through it. But sometimes you don't believe that you could do it. These people believed in us.
Yes.
And here we are. End of the year. I mean, how many shows is this?
and let me tell you, when we didn't air last week, people was like, "Hey, where's the show?"
I know it.
I was like, "Oh, we do got some."
Yeah.
Die
Somebody's
hard,
like, I missed
some
you
hoes holding
guys.
us
Where are
down.
you?
That's right. Yeah. So
I got
we're
some.
grateful.
I got some checking ups on me.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh my, in
It's
Africa,
gone.
yeah, that made me feel good. But even with the girls, we look at it. Everything that we've done, we have had to be vulnerable in order to do this, and it hasn't been easy, and it has been scary.
Yeah.
You know,
For
it
sure.
has been scary because you are putting yourself out there. We've had to have some lesson learned. You know,
Some
in
getting
this,
naked.
getting naked, and maybe talking too much or not enough or whatever the case may
Dream
be.
crushing.
Ooh.
Oh Lord, some little hating. I just said I was sorry.
I love you, sister. I love you.
But thank you guys. It's been
Thank
a year.
you.
2022 has been one for the books.
Yes.
Let's see what 2023 will bring for us.
See you.
Happy
We'll
holidays.
See you guys in
Thank you.
January.
Mwah, mwah.